In the vast, often uncharted territory of the internet, communities form and dissolve, often under the cloak of anonymity. One such community, a Discord group, became the center of a chilling investigation, drawing the attention of law enforcement. This tale delves into the shadows of digital interaction, revealing the unsettling dynamics that can arise when anonymity meets malicious intent. The story begins with a seemingly innocuous Discord server, a place where users gathered to share interests, converse about gaming, and discuss various hobbies. But beneath the surface, a darker undercurrent began to stir. Initially, the group appeared to be just another online gathering, a virtual space for like-minded individuals. However, as time went on, conversations took a troubling turn. Members began discussing topics that veered away from casual chatter and into more sinister territories. It started with jokes, disturbing jokes that made light of violence and crime. At first, these posts were met with laughter or indifference, but as members egged each other on, the discussions grew increasingly graphic. One user, who went by the alias Shadow Reaper, began posting links to dark websites, sharing content that was unsettling and illegal. "Do you want to know how to get away with it? Just follow my lead," Shadow Reaper wrote. This chilling message was just a precursor to what lay ahead. The more shocking aspects of the group began to attract attention, not just from its members, but from outside observers. As the discussions escalated, so too did the fears of those lurking on the fringes, individuals who began to take notice of the group's content. Law enforcement agencies are often tasked with monitoring online spaces, especially those frequented by younger audiences. When reports started to surface about the activities within this Discord group, authorities began to investigate. Initial observations revealed a concerning pattern. Users were discussing plans that hinted at real-world violence, a trajectory that could not be ignored. The conversations became more brazen. Members exchanged graphic images and shared disturbing fantasies. The line between fiction and reality started to blur. One chilling post read, "Imagine if we just did it for real. It would be epic." At this point, the group had crossed into dangerous territory. What had begun as a forum for gaming and sharing memes transformed into a breeding ground for harmful ideation. Law enforcement, alerted by concerned users who had witnessed the shift, began to dig deeper. They set up undercover accounts, infiltrating the group to gather evidence. As the investigation unfolded, it became clear that this was no ordinary Discord server. It was a digital haven for those who felt alienated from society, seeking validation for their dark thoughts among a group that encouraged and reinforced their beliefs. The anonymity of Discord provided a shield, allowing members to express their most twisted fantasies without fear of repercussion. The authorities discovered that many of the members were not just casual participants. They were deeply invested in the discussions. Some had even begun to organize meetups, discussing the possibility of turning their online fantasies into real-life actions. The chilling implications of their conversations became a priority for law enforcement. "Talk is cheap," one member posted, "but action, that's where the real thrill is." This statement sent shockwaves through the investigative team. It was evident that the group had crossed a line. What began as a digital playground had morphed into a potential threat to public safety. The stakes were rising, and so were the efforts of law enforcement to dismantle this dangerous network. As the investigation progressed, officers began to piece together the identities of the members, utilizing digital forensics and tracing IP addresses. The anonymity that the internet promised was quickly fading as the walls began to close in around the group. One by one, members were identified, and the chilling reality of their online life began to unravel. But what drove these individuals to seek out such a dark community? The answers were as complex as the individuals themselves. Many members reported feelings of isolation, a sense of not belonging in the real world. They found camaraderie in their shared fascination with the macabre. Yet amidst the chaos, there were voices of dissent. Some members attempted to steer conversations back towards lighter topics, expressing discomfort with the escalating rhetoric. "We're just here to have fun, right?" one user pleaded. But their voices were often drowned out by the louder, more aggressive members, highlighting the struggle between those seeking connection and those seeking chaos. The group's fate took a decisive turn when law enforcement finally moved in. Armed with evidence gathered over weeks of monitoring, they executed a series of raids. The result was both shocking and sobering. Several arrests were made, and the individuals behind the usernames were brought into the light. As the dust settled, the broader implications of this investigation began to unfold. This incident served as a stark reminder of the potential dangers lurking in the digital realm. What was once a simple chat room had transformed into a source of fear and anxiety for many. In the aftermath, discussions around online safety and the responsibilities of platforms like Discord gained momentum. Questions arose about how to balance freedom of expression with the need for accountability. Should platforms take a more active role in monitoring content? How can users protect themselves from becoming entangled in such dangerous communities? While the arrests brought a sense of closure, the haunting question remained. How many more groups like this exist in the shadows of the internet? The digital landscape is vast and complex, offering a myriad of opportunities for connection, but also for danger. As we reflect on this unsettling episode, it's essential to remember that the internet is a double-edged sword. It has the power to unite and entertain, but it can also harbor darkness. The Discord group that attracted law enforcement attention is just one example of the many hidden corners of the online world. The mystery remains. How many others are out there, waiting to be uncovered? And as we navigate this digital age, we must remain vigilant, recognizing that the shadows may hold secrets we are not yet prepared to face. In a world where anonymity can shield the darkest of intentions, it is a constant reminder that sometimes reality can be far stranger than fiction. And in the depths of the internet, the unknown continues to lurk, ever watchful and ever waiting.